Hamjambo, habari zenu, habari za muda mrefu. Jameni, imekuwa muda mrefu sana kabla mimi sijakuwa live na Maria hapa. Hatujakuwa live kwa muda mrefu, na pia yani tumewapeza sana. Sijui nyinyi mnaendelea vipi? Mbali na hayo, karibuni katika live yetu ya leo. Mimi na Maria, pengine hivi karibuni tutakuwa pamoja, tunarekodi video tukiwa pamoja, lakini pengine hivi karibuni au siku nyingine. Kwa upande mwingine, jina langu ni Abdul Karim na karibuni tena katika mkutano huu. Tafadhali Maria, unaweza kujitambulisha kabla hatujasema mada ya mkutano?
Sawa, asante Abdul Karim. Ninaitwa Maria, ninatoka Urusi, napenda kuchora sana na kujifunza Kiswahili.
Vizuri sana. Wewe ni mchoraji na bila shaka wewe ni mchoraji hodari, sivyo?
Natumai.
Je, una kinywaji chochote pale, kitu kama chai nini? Una kinywaji chochote, chai?
Karibu nami sina chochote.
Jamani, utakunywa nini? Kwa sababu mazungumzo yetu yanahitaji kunywa kitu. Yani mimi nina chai yenye maziwa na ni chai mtungi mzima. Nitakunywa chai yote.
Mimi sio jikoni, mimi katika chumba cha kulala, sina chai karibu nami.
Sawa. Vizuri. Leo tutazungumza kuhusu namna ya kujifunza Kiswahili au lugha yoyote ile. Sawa? Na wakati mwingine tutakuwa tunatumia Kiingereza kwa sababu ya watu ambao
ndio
kwa sababu ya watu ambao wanajifunza Kiswahili. Sawa?
Ndio.
Namna, ways of learning Swahili, how to learn Swahili very fast, efficiently, and how you can master Swahili language without wasting time. Maria, wewe unaweza kuzungumza lugha ngapi? Naweza kuzungumza
lugha 3: Kiingereza, Kirusi na Kiswahili.
Vizuri sana. Mbali na Kiingereza, Kirusi na Kiswahili, unajua lugha yoyote au unajifunza lugha yoyote? Ikiwa ndiyo, ni lugha gani?
Mbali na lugha hii, naweza kufahamu na kuzungumza kidogo Kiukraini.
Kiukraini. Sawa, vizuri sana. Kwa upande wangu, mimi ninaweza kuzungumza lugha, tuseme lugha ngapi? Lugha kama 4 hivi. Ninaweza kuzungumza lugha ya Kiswahili, ninaweza kuzungumza lugha ya Kiingereza, ninaweza kuzungumza lugha ya Kiluya, ni lugha yangu mama, lugha ya hapa. Sawa? Na pia ninaweza kuzungumza Kituruki, na vile vile ninajifunza Kituruki. Na pia nimeanza kujifunza lugha ya Kirusi, na hivi karibuni au baada ya muda nitakuwa ninaweza kuzungumza Kirusi. Watu wengi wanauliza kwa nini unajifunza Kirusi? Ninawaambia nataka kujifunza Kirusi. Sijui wanauliza kwa nini. Sijui niwaambie nini. Yaani mtu anajifunza lugha kwa sababu tofauti, sivyo? Ndio. Wewe unaweza kutuambia
wewe hujaanza kwa nini unajifunza Kirusi?
Sijafanya nini? Sijajibu.
Ndio.
Niwaambia, yani tayari nimesema kuwa ninajifunza Kirusi kwa sababu watu wanajifunza lugha kwa sababu tofauti. Sababu ya
Kwa
kwanza.
sababu, lakini wewe kwa sababu nini?
Mimi najifunza Kirusi moja, si Kirusi tu, ni Kirusi, Kiarabu na Kituruki. Kwa nini najifunza lugha hizi? Moja, kwa sababu ukijifunza lugha utakuwa mtu bora. Sawa? Utakuwa mtu bora. Mbili, kwa sababu ya kiuchumi, unapata kazi tofauti tofauti. Kwa mfano, nikijifunza Kirusi, nikija pengine Urusi, ninaweza kupata kazi kwa sababu najua pengine Kiingereza, najua pengine Kituruki, naweza pata kazi yani, au naweza fanya kitu chochote. Ninaweza kufahamiana vyema na watu. Na kwa upande mwingine pia ninajifunza Kirusi na Kituruki na Kiarabu ili kutangamana na watu vyema. Kwa kweli mimi sipendi kutangamana na watu, napenda kukaa peke yangu nikifanya kazi yangu, lakini kwa lugha tofauti ni itakuwa bora yani, unatangamana na watu tofauti tofauti.
Ndio, unasoma lugha nyingi kwa sababu unapenda kusoma lugha nyingi na wewe unataka kuwa mtu bora. Nimefahamu, lakini watu wengi watakuuliza kwa nini Kirusi, kwa nini si Kihispania, si Kifaransa, si Kireno.
Sawa. Kwa nini Kirusi? Basi nitajibu swali hili mwishoni mwa video hii, sawa?
Sawa.
Tunaweza kuanza kwa sababu watu wengi wanataka kujua kwa nini tunafanya live hii. Watu wengi wanataka kujifunza mbinu za kujua lugha. Tukianza tu, wewe unaweza kuniambia mbinu ambazo ulitumia, ulijifunza vipi Kiswahili kabla hatujataja mbinu za kujifunza lugha. Wewe ulijifunza vipi Kiswahili? Unaweza kutumia Kiingereza na Kiswahili, unaweza kutumia Kiingereza au Kiswahili au uchanganye yote pamoja. Unaruhusa. Ndio. Ulijifunza vipi Kiswahili tafadhali?
Nilijifunza Kiswahili mwenyewe. Nilipata information katika vitabu, katika internet resources and different social networks also. It helps.
Sawa sawa, vizuri. Hiyo tu?
Hivyo tu, na pia nimetazama video yako.
Sawa sawa, vizuri sana.
Nilisoma Kiswahili haraka kwa sababu nilitumia video yako, nilitazama video yako.
Asante sana. Vizuri sana. Ninafurahi sana kusikia hivyo. Kwa upande wangu,
karibu.
Nilijifunza vipi Kirusi, Kituruki. Watu wengi wanafikiri mimi siwezi kuzungumza Kituruki, wanafikiri ni Kiswahili tu na Kiingereza. Mimi naweza kuzungumza Kituruki, na pia nilikuwa nimeanza kufundisha watu Kituruki, lakini nikaona bado mimi ni mchanga katika lugha hii. Lakini hivi karibuni nitakuwa ninafundisha watu Kituruki. Yeah. Ninaweza kujitambulisha katika Kituruki, ninaweza kuzungumza na Waturuki, ninaweza kusikiliza, lakini mengine siwezi kusikiliza kwa sababu wanazungumza haraka, na baada ya muda fulani nitaweza kuzungumza pia haraka.
Vizuri sana.
Yeah. Sawa, basi nilijifunza vipi Kituruki? Moja, nilihudhuria shule ya Kituruki. Hiyo ni moja, kwa sababu Kituruki kilikuwa ni yani, matamshi ya maneno ya Kituruki ni kama tu Kiswahili. Yani kuna maneno mengi yanafanana na Kiswahili na matamshi pia ni kama Kiswahili. Na nilihudhuria shule ya Kituruki kwa miezi 6, na baadaye pia katika kusoma Kituruki nilikuwa ninatazama video za Kituruki katika YouTube, na nilikuwa ninatazama, nikiandika, nikijaribu kusoma. Sawa?
Ndio, mimi pia nimetazama video katika YouTube pia. Ni muhimu.
Yeah. Ndio, nilitazama video, niliandika, hata nina kitabu changu, yani vitabu vingi kutoka hapa mpaka hapa ni vitabu vya lugha ya Kituruki. Yeah, ni vitabu vya lugha ya Kituruki, lakini hapa chini yote ni Kiswahili. Sawa? Nataka kujaza pale vitabu vya lugha ya Kiarabu na Kirusi pale juu. Sasa niliandika, nilisikiliza walimu wengi katika YouTube na nilipata kujua mambo mengi. Vile vile niliweza kufanya mazoezi na marafiki zangu hapa ambao wanajifunza Kituruki na ilikuwa vizuri pia. Niliweza kujifunza haraka. Kwa upande mwingine, kwa upande wa Kiswahili, ninamfundisha Kiswahili mwanafunzi mmoja. Sina mwanafunzi mmoja, nina wanafunzi wengi, lakini kati ya hawa wanafunzi wengi kuna mmoja ambaye amenishangaza sana. Yeye amejua Kiswahili kwa mwezi mmoja. Kwa mwezi mmoja. Unajua kwa nini? Mwezi mmoja tu amejifunza Kiswahili. Yeye mmoja ana hamu, interest. Ana hamu ya kujifunza Kiswahili. Sawa?
Ndio.
Na anafanya kila juhudi. She is doing everything possible kujifunza Kiswahili. Ameniambia kuwa yeye anatazama video zangu na video za watu wengine katika YouTube, na anatazama, anaandika, anasikiliza, anajaribu kuzungumza. Sawa?
Ndio, mimi pia.
Baada ya kutazama video zangu na video za watu wengine, amenichagua mimi kufanya mazungumzo naye. Kwa hivyo tunafanya mazungumzo naye na ninafurahishwa na jinsi anazungumza Kiswahili. Sawa?
Ndio.
Hii anaandika, anasikiliza, yani anatumia muda mwingi sana kuandika, kusikiliza na kujifunza lugha hii ya Kiswahili. Pia anafanya mazoezi. Sawa? Halafu mwanafunzi wa pili ni mwanafunzi anatoka California. Yeye anajifunza Kiswahili kwa sababu pia angependa kuja kutembelea huku. Na hivi karibuni nimempatia mtihani na amefanya vyema na yeye Kiswahili chake ni kizuri sana. Kimeanza kuwa tulipoanza masomo ya Kiswahili, yeye alikuwa kidogo hawezi kuzungumza vizuri, anajaribu, lakini baada ya miezi mitatu, ilikuwa baada ya miezi mitano kweli, miezi mitano, sasa hivi ninapozungumza naye, juzi nilifanya darasa naye na alikuwa hodari sana. Alikuwa hodari katika kuzungumza Kiswahili. Na hao ni wanafunzi wawili tu nimewataja. Kuna wanafunzi wengi sana ambao ninawafundisha Kiswahili na wengine ninafanya mazungumzo nao hapa kwenye YouTube, lakini wengine pia tunafanya mazungumzo kando tu pembeni. Wanafanya vizuri sana na yani ninafurahia sana juhudi zao. Siwezi kuwataja. Wanatoka Finland, wanatoka Uholanza, wanatoka Ujapani, wewe pia unatoka Urusi, wengine wanatoka Amerika, yani sehemu. Pia hapa Kenya kuna wanafunzi ambao ninawafundisha Kiswahili na wanajivunia. Wanasema asante sana mwalimu. Sawa. Na wewe pia yani ni mwanafunzi mmoja ambaye ninajivunia sana kufanya mazungumzo nawe kila wakati na umejifunza Kiswahili haraka sana. Ninakumbuka mwaka wa 2020 tulipofanya mazungumzo, Kiswahili chako kilikuwa kidogo cha kubambanya, lakini sasa hivi wewe ni Mswahili, sivyo? Sema mimi ni Mswahili. Sema mimi ni Mswahili.
Na mimi ni Swahili. Mswahili karibu nasi.
Si karibu, sema mimi ni Mswahili. Unafaa kusema mimi ni Mswahili.
Mswahili sawa.
Ndio.
Jamani.
Okay, we have the meaning of Swahili. Swahili, Mswahili is a person who is a native Swahili speaker, but if you speak Swahili and you can call yourself Mswahili. This it's called in Swahili we call this istiara. We liken something one by one. Like I can say mimi ni Simba. Mimi ni Simba. When I say mimi ni Simba, it doesn't mean that I am a lion. Lion is Simba. I say mimi ni Simba to show my character. Sawa? So when you say mimi ni Mswahili, it doesn't necessarily mean that I was born and raised in that place where I speak. No, it's likens your ability to speak Swahili like that person. So mimi ni Mswahili. Okay. Tip number 1 for learning Swahili and any other language. Maria, uko tayari? Tip
Ndio.
number 1. Usiogope kufanya makosa. I tell my students, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Sawa? Don't be afraid to make mistakes. I have some students that are shy. They say, Mwalimu, I am afraid. You know, I encountered a student. So I'm not discussing the student here. I'm just using this as an example. I know the student will watch the video and say, Mwalimu is discussing me. How is this Mwalimu? Okay. The student told me, I want to learn Swahili. I said, let's practice. Let's make some practice. Let's make private practice with maybe 2-3 people. Then she said, I'm afraid to speak Swahili. I'm afraid to speak Swahili. I tell her, it's okay. You are learning. So you don't need to be afraid. You are learning. You have to make the mistakes, and it is through the mistakes that you'll be able to learn. So if you don't make mistake, how will you learn? It means you're afraid and you'll remain the same. Okay. Yeah. It's same to me, you know. About 2 years ago, I wanted to learn Arabic, but again, I said some people say Arabic is very difficult, so I stopped a little bit, and I asked myself, so this period that I stopped learning Arabic, because people say it will be difficult, so it has passed 1 year. I just imagine if I could have been making some progress to that year, how will I be speaking? So again, after that year, I asked myself, I want to learn Arabic, and again, I said, I remember saying it's difficult, and I asked myself, so next year also I'll be saying I want to learn Arabic, and people are saying it's difficult, so I will not learn anything, and time is passing. So I just have to make an effort and try to practice, so I can read Arabic, I can hear some people speaking, so I understand the progress that I have made. I made some video trying to speak Arabic. The Arabic people, they congratulated me. They say hongera sana mwalimu, hongera. The others offered themselves to practice with me, you know. That's how we learn. If you cannot speak your mistake, then you won't get any help. You see? So some of the students are afraid to speak Swahili, maybe because they think people will laugh at them, and maybe they think they're just afraid, they're just shy. But if you practice Swahili with me, I don't laugh at your mistake. I don't laugh at your mistake. Uh, you know, a teacher cannot laugh at a mistake, or anyone who is practicing Swahili with you. If you know maybe the person you're afraid of something, just say I'm afraid because when I speak Swahili, someone can laugh at me. Then you express your fears and concern, and everything will be possible. So don't be afraid to speak Swahili. If you practice Swahili with me, actually, I encourage you to speak Swahili. And in case you make any mistake, we correct, and I don't interrupt you. Just make the mistake. Make the mistake. After where it's necessary to be corrected, I'll correct you. And there are several ways to correct people who are learning language. So not interrupting. Just speak, and you will see your mistake, and yeah, it will be corrected. So don't worry about that. Don't be afraid to speak. Don't be afraid, because that is the objective. You have to speak. You need to speak. So,
Ndio.
yeah. I remember you told me to speak Russian. Okay, speak. I said, how can I speak? I don't know. So I tried to master some few phrases. Yeah, Abdul Karim. Yeah, Abdul Karim. Yeah, what does that mean? I remember. Yeah, Abdul Karim. I'm Abdul Karim. I made several mistakes. You corrected me. I am very thankful for that.
Mhm.
Okay. You know what? Even the native people really make mistakes. If I just bring a native person here speaking Swahili, I can point out the mistake that they are making, you know? Yeah. Okay. I think there is comments here. Let me see. I take the time as a joke, but not really. Mistakes are your friends. Yes, the mistakes are actually your friends. So don't be afraid to make them. Yeah, make mistakes. Yeah, try to make as many mistakes as possible. You see? So don't be afraid to make mistakes. Yeah. So when I made a video about speaking Arabic, I made a mistake, but the Arabic people maybe they fear to correct me or what? They just say congratulations. I realized I said Ana 20 وخمسة. Ana umri 20 وخمسة. It means I am 25 years old. But I I I think I could have said Ana Hamsa wa Ishirin. Like I inverted the numbers, but they never said to me, "You make a mistake." They just say congratulations. But later on, I learned that this is a mistake, so I corrected.
Ndio, unanisikia?
Ndiyo, ninaweza kukusikia.
Sawa.
Naweza kukusikia. Uh, Tip number 2 to master your language or your target language, in this case Swahili or any other language. Practice, practice, practice. Fanya mazoezi. Sawa? Fanya mazoezi. You know, you can be learning things, but you don't know how to do, you know. That's how some of the educational curriculum just about in our country, it was like that, but now it's changing, you know. Students have to sit in class, read, master everything in the class, but when they go out, do this now, do this, they can't. You see?
Ndio.
Like recently, some graduates were returned to school, to university to practice something so that they can be able to apply in real life. So I wonder, they were returned to university that taught them how to do something. Now, why are they being returned to that university? And the university taught them. So they'll be retaught again. Again, they will not be able to master the things that they were supposed to learn. Just imagine you are going how to learn something maybe uh, that require skills, or for instance it's computer, you know. We introduce computer lessons, but you don't have computer laboratory to go and practice, you know. So it will be like you're just memorizing, these are computer, these are mouse, but you've never seen a mouse in your life. You just seeing maybe pictures in a book. You don't practice. So when you go for practical exam, you fail. But in this case, for the language, you need to actually practice. Try to practice. Practice, practice. You know, practice make perfect. But actually, it's not that it makes perfect, but it makes you a better person, you know? Yeah, because nobody is perfect. So practice make you a better. It makes you better than you were before. You know, you understand, Maria?
Yeah, it reminds me how in some schools there is a physical education taught in a class,
Mhm.
not in a
Yeah.
gym, but in a class.
Yeah, you see that is a problem now.
Yeah,
Yeah, how you, yeah. And also in
yeah.
mathematics, I remember I used to learn mathematics just through reading, and I realized my score was very, very low in mathematics. So when I joined like Form 1, the highest score was actually 67, because I was not since 67 for the that year. I scored below 67, below. In Form 2, uh, I've never scored above 50 in mathematics, 50 out of 100. So I approached when I was in Form 3, another math teacher came to our class, a new teacher. I asked him, how do I master mathematics? So he told me, practice.
Mm-hmm.
Practice. I bought books, I borrowed books from the library. I bought some just for practice. And every day we used to practice for 30 minutes. At the end of the preps, we practice. And you just practicing until I remember I was selected to be the chairman of the math club. Really, from someone who never even scored 100% or 90%, I was selected to be the chairman because of the practice, practice, practice. You know, just I
Yeah.
realized my grades became higher, higher, higher. You know, and whenever there was a contest, I would be selected to be among the representative of the high school. You see, so that's because of I used to make practice with others. You cannot make practice with yourself. How will you know your mistake? You know, when you're doing practice, people share different. When you do practice with others, they share different ideas, and also you pull yours and you discuss. You share actually, you know. So I understand it is difficult to practice in a language, the language maybe in an area that people don't speak the target language that you're learning. Maybe in Russia, you might not find people who are speaking Swahili. So how will you practice? Maybe you're in America, there can be people speaking Swahili, but they're very far, or they're very, very busy. So you can't find the time, or they can't find the time, or you cannot find the opportunity to practice your target language. For this case, actually there are online programs that offer opportunities for you to practice the the language. I think there's some comments here. Okay, let me read. Kweli kabisa bwana Ahmed. Mwanzo wa safari ni hatua. Asante sana. Abdu na Maria hawajambo, hatujambo, hatujambo. You see, hatujambo. So there is some online programs that people volunteering people have set up to make you be able to practice the language that you are targeting. An example, one of the students sent me a link for polyglot community. They are organizing events, online events, to help people speak practice their own target language. I'm among people who are making these programs. So weekly, I organize 2 meetings that are free for everyone who wants to join and learn Swahili. It is the meetings used to be on Friday, but I adjusted a little bit because some of my students' time they adjusted their time because of daylight saving. Daylight saving. Unfortunately, here in Kenya, we don't experience this time adjustment because we are just on the equator. So the days and are somehow equal, day and night. So, but in some countries, European countries, they adjust their time for the daylight saving.
Mhm.
Yes, yes. So I organize a free Swahili practice meeting. There is a student has joined that meeting, and just she started. I don't know, Warda Maria, Najua Warda.
Yeah.
Yeah, she started learning Swahili in February, but now I think I'll bring her to live and you'll see how she's speaking Swahili. She joined several since that time. She's been joining those meetings, and we've been practicing, and just you'll see her Swahili. She's from Indonesia. Let's see.
Ndio, najua.
Yeah, club. Yeah, ndio. Yes. Okay, okay. Yeah, my Swahili in Zoom. It can be in Zoom, mostly on Zoom or Skype, but I do on Zoom mostly. Sunday and Saturday, 3 p.m. East African time, 3 p.m. 3 p.m. In case I'll change the time and everything, I'll just I notify you through my pages, Facebook, Instagram, and here on YouTube. Yeah, you understand, Maria? You see how even
Yeah.
practice has really helped you to speak Swahili. Yeah, so
Yes.
everything is practice. Practice make you a better person, make you better at something that you're doing. Practice. In Swahili we say mazoezi. So doing practice, kufanya mazoezi. Fanya mazoezi kila wakati. Fanya mazoezi kila wakati. Practice every time. Sawa? The third tip is to listen. Listen. Listen to native speaker speaking Swahili. You listen, and eventually you'll master that word. Just listen. The more you hear, the easier it will be for you to speak better Swahili. You'll start speaking more fluently when you listen more. You can be maybe driving. Some students tell me, teacher, while I'm driving, I listen to your conversations on YouTube, and it make my Swahili very improve. It improves my Swahili, and I see that, I hear that while they're speaking, because they hear and listen more. I have a student, Dan, from UK. He listened to Swahili podcasts, to my Swahili videos, and any he had made a list of words that are difficult for him, so he told me to make a video for him to listen, and I'll make that video in terms of audios, and I'll upload on YouTube, so you also listen the list of vocabulary that he sent me to make him become more and more advanced in Swahili, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maria, do you listen to Swahili audios and videos, listening while maybe you're doing something, you're drawing, you listen? Do you?
Yes, I'm listening. I used to listen many songs. It's improving, really helping because when you listen the song, you want to you want to know the meaning, and you are reading the meaning.
Yeah,
And after that, you can face with that word in another video, in another song, so you can remember everything,
yeah.
remember the
Vizuri
words.
sana.
And also,
Yeah,
I watching your videos, and they really help me.
yeah. Vizuri sana, vizuri sana, vizuri sana. Another tip is to celebrate your achievements. Celebrate your success. Every step, celebrate, even if it's a small step. Just imagine you didn't know how to maybe use a certain tense, but you watch a video, you learn, and you understand how to use this. You see, maybe you've been wondering why people are saying this, why are they saying this, and you learn how to use this. Celebrate it. Appreciate that you're learning. You know, you don't. I have a student, anatoka America. Every small step that the student make, she celebrates. She celebrates, and I encourage her also. In every of my lesson, once the student does something perfect or something good, he or she make a step. I tell him or her, "Vizuri sana," and that is very very nice. Vizuri sana, very good. So the student feel encouraged and motivated to learn. I see their smiles when I tell them vizuri sana. Sometimes I clap for them. I tell them hongera, hongera. You know. So we have vizuri is when you have done something, maybe a small step, and I can say hongera or heko when a student has really made something wonderful in her or in his or her Swahili learning. I can say hongera or heko, heko, sawa. So celebrate these achievements that you make uh, in your learning. Maria, do you celebrate? Do you feel proud learning Swahili and mastering some concept in Swahili? Do you feel proud about it?
Yeah, I really love it because
Mm-hmm.
it spread my experience in the language, my knowledge. I can
Yeah,
talk about something more. I can express myself better. And I use it. I like it very much.
vizuri sana, vizuri sana. Hongera, hongera, hongera. Another tip is to think in your target language. Maybe you're learning Swahili. Think in Swahili, okay? Because when you think in English and translate it in Swahili, then it can make some mistake. But just try to think in Swahili. I know it will be difficult maybe in the first process, but when you get used to it, it will be just nice. It will be something normal. You think in Swahili and you speak in Swahili. When you think maybe in English, it can hinder your targets, your learning in a language, and you can make maybe some mistake. And if those mistakes are not corrected, then it can be like it can hinder your learning a language. You know, you should not be afraid to make mistake, but just mistake are part of learning, you know. So but in this part, just try to think in Swahili. You can make mistakes, but you will learn, okay? So don't think in in English and try to translate them in Swahili, because some structure of the words um, are very different from the structure of wordings vary from language to language.
Yeah,
Yeah, ndio.
I agree.
Like
Totally agree.
an example is like I can say which example here. Uh, an example here, like I think in English, I am, I am, I am sad. I am sad. Then I know the words for Swahili. I am sad. I, mimi, I am, ni, sad, huzuni. So some people or some students tell me, mimi ni huzuni mwalimu. Mimi ni huzuni. This means I am sad, but in English. But in Swahili, it means my name is sad. My name is sad. But if you want to think in Swahili, you can say mimi nina huzuni. So you need to learn some of the words that are used to express this. Mimi nina huzuni. You don't say mimi ni huzuni. When you say mimi ni huzuni, it means your name is sad. Your name is huzuni. So you just say mimi nina huzuni. Mimi nina huzuni. It means I am sad. Sawa? Mimi nina huzuni. Okay. This when you do this, it will actually enable you to learn Swahili perfectly. Sawa?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At first, it will be difficult, but soon you learn and you'll be able to switch from Swahili to English and from English to Swahili. You just switch. When you're
Indeed.
speaking Swahili, everything is Kiswahili, and when you're speaking English, everything is in English. Sawa? Yeah,
Indeed.
another thing is that talk to yourself. This is another tip. Talk to yourself about something. You know, when that is what I do. That's how I learn languages. That's one of the things I do to learn languages. For example, I learn something, and I talk to myself. I start making some sentences. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
start making some sentences, and sometimes I forget and speak loudly. So people, while I'm walking, I speak loudly, and people like, they stare at me and say, "Wow, what's this? He's speaking alone." Just imagine. I just forget myself, but because I'm thinking about something, maybe in Russian or in Turkish, then I speak it out. Then people around me just wonder, I think I should stop doing this. I should speaking while I'm just alone. I just try to speak, because when people see me, yeah, Diana, karibu sana Diana. Makosa ni marafiki zangu, ndio kweli kweli kabisa. Yeah, keeping journals of the language. Vizuri sana, Langston. Vizuri sana. Vizuri sana. So sometimes I speak to myself and I forget. I just speak loudly, and it's like, oh, Mungu wangu, jameni. I realized later I was speaking loudly. People were just staring at me. Maybe I go to the market to buy something and I want to remember. I say when I go back, I want to practice with friends. For example, I'm going to the market. Ben merkete gidiyorum. That's Turkish. Ben merkete gidiyorum. Yeah, I'm going to the market. So when I next time I go to the market, I tell my friends I'm going to the market in Turkish, and I forget myself and talk loudly while I'm in the market. So people look at me, and when they look at me, I also stare at them, and they stop looking at me. Yeah. Another tip is to learn some of the language tongue twisters. These will help your pronunciation of the words. Yeah, tongue twisters.
Mm-hmm.
Unajua, so in Swahili we call tongue twisters vitanzandimi.
Mm-hmm.
Vitanzandimi. 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 I write here one of tongue twisters in Swahili. Shirika la reli la Rwanda. Shirika la reli la Rwanda. This means a railway Rwandan Railway Company or railway organization. Can you try to say this, Maria? Shirika la Reli la Rwanda. Just try to say it fast.
Shirika la
Shirika.
reli la Rwanda.
Mm, again, tena.
Shirika la reli la Rwanda.
Shirika la Reli la Rwanda. Shirika la Reli la Rwanda. Sometimes people forget to mix. They mix la Shirika ra Leri la. You know they mix this one. Okay, try again. Again, fast,
Shirika la
fast.
reli la
Yeah, endelea.
Shirika la reli la Rwanda.
Again, try again.
Shirika la
Shirika.
reli la Shirika la reli la Rwanda.
Vizuri. Shirika la Reli la Rwanda. Some people can say Shilika, some can say Shirika, Ra. You know, when you try these tongue twisters, actually they sharpen your pronunciation of Swahili words. You don't confuse because the words that some speakers from some regions they confuse between R and L. I don't understand this. R and L. Some speakers actually some Swahili speaker confuse
Ndio.
these letters
Kweli.
because it's not in their native language. So they confuse even in the writing. So I don't understand how you can confuse a letter while you're writing it, because someone can write Shilika. Yeah, someone can write Shilika just to write because she said Shilika in her mind, so he or she just write L Shirika, and also they can write either R instead of L. You see?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So there is this word swara. 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 Swara is antelope. So there is another word also swala. It's antelope. So when both are Swahili, in some region they say swala, in some region they say swara. So those from other region, when they see people saying swara, they start saying, is it swara or is it swala? So this means antelope. Both words are the same. I don't know how um, the council just agreed to use this word same. I don't understand this, but there is confusion between this letter R to some speakers. They don't. It's like a problem to pronounce these letters. Also, B and P. B and P. Like in Arabic language, there is no letter P. So when they are encountering maybe Swahili words and there is this B, Baba, no, not B, but there is this P, P. So they can say ba instead of P. You see, they can say ba instead of pa. Yes. Ndio, ndio. Sawa, sawa. So that's how you learn to pronounce words correctly. When I was in high school, I used to memorize a lot of these tongue twisters in Swahili and try to make them very, very often. I try to make them and practice. Okay, lastly is to okay. So Baba is Papa. Lucy is asking, Baba is Papa. Baba is Papa. mm, so in my local language, Baba is Papa. It's true. Baba, we call him Papa in my local language, but not in Swahili.
In the languages also.
You saw Papa, right? You call Baba Papa.
Yes.
So this Baba is father. Papa also is father, but Papa in Swahili it's not father, the father, your father. Papa in Swahili is Shak, or the father of Catholic faith. Father, you know that father? Yeah, we call him Papa, but Shak is Papa also. But the word for Baba is just Baba, Baba here. I said some speaker just confuse well, like for also my local language, there is no this B. So when I want to pronounce Baba, I'll say Papa. Not me, but some of people from my local language, they say Papa. It will be a problem for them. You see, where there is P, they'll replace it with P. Okay. Yeah. Vizuri sana, vizuri sana. Okay, okay. Okay, lastly, okay? Lastly, take a private Swahili tutor. Sivyo, take a private teacher or attend a school. Au sio, Maria? Sivyo.
Ndio.
Yeah, take a private teacher or attend a school. It will really make you to study fast. That's how I help students. They come to me, they say, I've been learning alone, but I decided I need a teacher. I need a tutor to help me learn fast. You see? So that's why we get started. Some from zero, some they've learned and they need to push up very fast. And actually, I offer structured lesson practices and everything to help you master your Swahili language. Just one time, I'll bring here to live one of my students, 2 or 3. Then you'll see how they're speaking Swahili. They are learning very, very fast. Okay. Yeah, the Duolingo needs a native speaker. Really, Duolingo actually needs some maintenance in Swahili because some of the very basic things are not there. So when you learn from Duolingo and you come to speak, then you miss. Actually, it's not. I really appreciate Duolingo. It's a very good app for learning a language. But in Swahili, there is some mistakes and there is some features, just basic features that are missing there. So I recommend to use Duolingo also to practice, but there's some mistakes. So if you want to speed up your Swahili, then I'm here. I'll take your Swahili to another level. Yeah, you ask Maria here, you ask Diana, she's there with I'm very grateful Diana has joined us. And soon you will hear how her Swahili is very, very Kiswahili kizuri. Atakuwa anazungumza Kiswahili kizuri and some others. Sawa? If you want to join them, then you just message me on this channel or my Facebook, Kiswahili with Abdul Karim, my Instagram. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I put a lot of useful Swahili information and materials on my Instagram page, Kiswahili with Abdul Karim. My email is here. I just write it here. Yes, that's my email. And don't worry about the price. The price is very, very affordable. Bei nafuu. Sawa? Very, very affordable. Usijali kuhusu bei. Sawa? Vizuri Maria. Maria, kwa upande mwingine tunaweza kuendelea na mazungumzo yetu. So that's all, not all, but there's some of the tips that I try to offer you to tell you to improve your Swahili language. Okay? Read. Jifunze. And soon I am working on the website for Swahili, and once it will be ready, then it will be easier for you to. I'll also be organizing the groups for speaking Swahili on that website, and you just find there, you choose your level and you practice with people from that part. Okay. Vizuri sana Maria, unahisi kulala? Maria, unahisi kulala?
Ni kuchelewa sana, nahisi kidogo tu.
Hakuna tatizo, tutamaliza sasa hivi na tutakutana tena katika wakati mwingine. Nimefurahi sana kukualika. Umejaribu kutuambia pia namna ya kujifunza lugha, namna ulivyojifunza Kiswahili. Mimi pia nimeambia watu namna wanavyoweza kujifunza Kiswahili kwa haraka, na ninakushukuru sana Maria. Ungependa kuuliza swali gani tafadhali? Ungependa kuuliza swali gani?
Hapana, kama hujajibu kuhusu swali langu kuhusu kwa nini.
Jameni, swali gani? Swali gani? Swali gani?
Kama hutaki kujibu ni sawa.
Wacha nitakujibu. Sawa. Kwa nini najifunza Kirusi? Sawa. Kwa nini najifunza Kirusi? Yaani najifunza Kirusi pia. Leo kuna mtu ameniambia najifunza Kirusi na nilimwambia uongo. Sasa yuko hapa, atasikia na atasema mwalimu wangu alinidanganya. Okay, kwa hivi mimi nina mchumba kutoka Urusi na ninajifunza Kiswahili ili niweze kuzungumza naye, na pia najua si Kiswahili, najifunza Kirusi ili niweze kuzungumza naye, na itakuwa bora kuwasiliana na mtu ambaye unampenda na katika lugha yake, na pia itafungua milango ya kiuchumi ikiwa unajua lugha nyingine, lugha yoyote. Kwa hivyo hiyo ni sababu zangu mbili za kujifunza Kirusi. Sawa? Vizuri. Unafahamu? Sawa, tutakutana baadaye. Maria, unaweza kuambia watu kitu gani? Ndio.
Kitu gani?
Kitu chochote.
Okay. Don't be afraid to learn Swahili. Swahili is a nice language.
Ndio.
So Abdul Karim is the best teacher. Ndio mpenzi. Wewe ni mwalimu hodari sana.
Asante sana. Basi, I really appreciate you all for joining our live session, and we are trying to do amazing project with Maria and in Swahili language, and also maybe in Turkish language and Russian language, just for you people to be able to learn Swahili. But the Swahili will be the first projects, series of podcasts, videos, and you'll be able to understand Swahili language vizuri sana. So this is for your own, for our own, to be able to teach well Swahili and to be able to learn well Swahili. I really appreciate you for joining, and kwaheri, tutakutana baadaye. See you later. Tutakutana baadaye. Kwaheri. Okay, sawa. Okay, sawa.